All right, let's talk about something that pretty much everyone finds stressful: hiring. We're going to dive into a whole new way of thinking about it, a philosophy that's all about taking a step back from that pressure filled process. It's called the virtue of the measured hire. You know, it doesn't matter who you are in this equation. Maybe you're an employer trying to build the perfect team, or you're a recent grad just looking for that first big break. Or, hey, maybe you're a seasoned pro looking for a new challenge. You know the feeling, right? It's this high stakes game where the pressure is just immense for absolutely everyone involved. And that really begs the question, doesn't it? Why does hiring always feel so rushed? It's like this constant race against the clock. But does it actually have to be that way? And you can really see this pressure cooker environment from both sides of the table. If you're an employer, you're worried about the huge cost of a bad hire, right? Plus, every day a role is open, productivity takes a hit, and you're always scared you're going to lose that top candidate to someone who moves faster. Then for candidates, oh man, it's just as tough. You've got these super high stakes interviews, you're never quite sure what they're judging you on, and you're terrified of making a wrong move that could affect your whole career. So all this pressure to just go, 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 it all boils down to one single thing: risk. We're taught in business all the time that faster is better. But when you're talking about a decision as critical as hiring someone, well, that assumption isn't just a little off, it's a huge fundamental flaw. So you've basically got two ways you can go. On one hand, you've got this rushed approach. It's all about gut feel happening in a really high-pressure situation, which, you guessed it, leads to high risk. But then there's the other path, the measured hire. This is completely different. It's deliberate, it's calm, and it's data-informed. You're building confidence, not just hoping for the best.
Okay, and this brings us to the real heart of the matter. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we think about all this. It's a whole new philosophy, and it's built on something we're calling the principle of calm.
Yeah, despite all that chaos and pressure and risk, there is another way.
And it all comes down to this one simple but really powerful idea: hiring decisions should feel calm. Think about that. Not frantic, not rushed, calm. Now, this is the core philosophy behind what we do at CX25W. We're all about creating a hiring world that's just better, more effective, more confident for both the companies and the candidates. And honestly, thinking this way is a total game changer.
Okay, so how do we take this big idea and actually put it into practice? Let's break down what the measured hire really means in the real world.
It's a great principle, for sure. But I bet you're thinking, okay, so what does a calm hiring process actually look like? How does that even work day to day?
Well, here's the next key piece of the puzzle, and you can think of it like a built-in warning system for your process. The idea is, if it feels rushed, risk is already present. That feeling in your gut that things are moving too fast, that's your alarm bell. It's not a sign that you're being efficient. It's a warning that you're probably missing crucial details and that a mistake is right around the corner. See, a measured approach is all about being proactive, not reactive. It's not about damage control after you've made a bad hire. No way. It's about building a process that's so clear and so deliberate from the start. A process where you can spot and deal with potential risks way before an offer is even on the table.
And that brings us to maybe the most actionable piece of advice in this whole thing. It's just 3 words: pause before you place. So simple, right? But it's incredibly powerful. Before you make that final critical decision, just pause. Take a breath. Make sure that choice is being made from a place of confidence, not a place of pressure.
So how can you actually start using this mindset, whether you're hiring or you're the one looking for a job? Let's quickly map out the path to building that genuine confidence. Really, it's a 3-step shift in how you think. First, you just have to acknowledge that rushing things is always risky. That's step 1. Then, you start to embrace this idea of calm as a core principle, not some nice-to-have luxury. And once you do that, it naturally leads you to discover a better way: the measured hire, a system built on clarity and confidence for everyone.